The landing announcement has been made. Fasten your seatbelt. Look out the window. The city below has a story unlike any other in the world. Once split in two, torn apart by a wall, then rebuilt on top of its own ruins. Berlin, the capital that carries history's heaviest lessons more openly than any other. And from this seat, 32A, you're about to see it like never before. Chapter 1, From Swampland to Capital. It all began as a modest trading town. Founded on the banks of the Spree River in the 13th century, Berlin spent centuries as a forgotten corner of Europe. The real turning point came in 1701, when the city became the capital of a rising Prussian kingdom. By 1871, it stood at the center of a unified German empire, transforming almost overnight into one of Europe's most ambitious capitals. The wide boulevards you see below are traces of that imperial ambition. But Berlin's real story hadn't even begun yet. Chapter 2. In the shadow of a gate, look straight down now at that iconic structure directly beneath you, the Brandenburg Gate. Completed in 1791, this neoclassical gate was originally designed as a symbol of peace. The four-horse chariot sculpture on top, the quadriga, carried the goddess of peace, not victory. But history had other plans. When Napoleon occupied the city in 1806, he tore down the quadriga and carried it off to Paris. Years later, when Prussian forces brought it back, its meaning had shifted. It now stood for victory. In the 20th century, the gate became a symbol of Berlin's Division II. Throughout the Cold War, it stood right at the border between East and West, impassable, untouchable. When the wall fell in 1989, the world reunited right in front of it. The quiet square you see below today was once one of the tensest border crossings on Earth. Chapter 3. A glass dome, a transparent democracy. A few hundred meters from the gate, you can clearly make out another building from the window, the Reichstag. Completed in 1894, this building's history carries every upheaval of 20th century Germany. A mysterious fire in 1933 gave the Nazi regime the pretext to dismantle democracy altogether. In 1945, Red Army soldiers planting the Soviet flag on its roof became one of history's most iconic photographs, marking the symbolic end of the Battle of Berlin. But its most striking transformation came in 1999. Architect Norman Foster added a massive glass dome to the top of the building, not just for aesthetics. Visitors walking up the dome's spiral ramp can look straight down into the parliamentary chamber, watching lawmakers at work below. It's an architectural statement. The people now stand above power, not beneath it. When you spot that glowing glass dome from the window, you're really looking at a nation's way of confronting its own past. Chapter 4. The line that split a city. Look closely now. From the window, you can trace a thin, unbroken line running through the middle of the city. It's the trace of a wall that no longer exists. On the night of August 13th, 1961, Berlin woke up split in two. East Germany fenced off the city overnight with barbed wire and concrete blocks. Families were separated, neighbors cut off from each other, some streets divided straight down the middle. For the next 28 years, the wall stretched 155 kilometers, guarded by a death strip. At least 140 people died trying to cross it. On the night of November 9th, 1989, an unexpected mix-up in a press announcement led to border checkpoints opening abruptly. Thousands of Berliners took hammers to the wall. That night, The world watched an empire collapse live on television. Today, from the window, you can spot the East Side Gallery, a surviving 1.3-kilometer stretch of the wall, painted by artists from around the world and turned into an open-air gallery. Its most famous piece, The Fraternal Kiss, depicting Soviet leader Brezhnev and East German leader Honecker locked in a mouth-to-mouth kiss, one of history's strangest, most iconic moments turned into satire. Chapter 5. An ideology reaching for the sky. Look east from the window. The city's tallest structure, the 368-meter Fernsehturm TV tower, pierces the skyline. Built in 1969 by the East German regime, the tower was, at its core, a propaganda project, meant to prove the technological superiority of socialism. But history had a sense of irony. Whenever sunlight hit its metal sphere, a glowing cross-shaped reflection appeared. West Berliners mockingly nicknamed it the Pope's Revenge, the proudest structure of an officially atheist regime, unintentionally projecting a cross for all to see. Today, you can see the entire city from the tower's rotating restaurant, nearly the same view you're getting from the window right now, just 200 meters closer to the ground. Chapter 6. An island full of history. Now look at the small island in the middle of the Spree River. Museumsinsel, Museum Island. 5 major museums stand shoulder to shoulder on this tiny island, together forming a UNESCO World Heritage Site. The most striking is the Pergamon Museum, named after the ancient city of Pergamon, located in present-day Turkey. Inside, you'll find a massive reconstruction of the Pergamon altar from ancient Greece, alongside original fragments of Babylon's famous Ishtar Gate, covered in sky blue and gold tiles, impossible to look away from. Right beside the island rises the Berlin Cathedral, Berliner Dom, its towering green dome anchoring the city's skyline. Severely damaged during World War II, it took decades of restoration to bring it back. Chapter 7. The Architecture of Remembrance. Just south of the Brandenburg Gate, you'll spot a gray labyrinth from the window. Thousands of concrete blocks of varying heights packed tightly together. This is the memorial to the murdered Jews of Europe. Spread across 19,000 square meters, its 2,711 concrete slabs deliberately carry no text, no explanation. Architect Peter Eisenman designed it to disorient visitors as they walk through, evoking a sense of loss, isolation, and quiet unease. From above, through the window, it looks like nothing more than a geometric pattern. Walk through it, and it becomes an entirely different experience. The weight of history felt physically in your own body. Chapter 8. From Rubble to Glass, Modern Berlin. Look west now. The glass towers and bright skyline of Potsdamer Platz come into view. During the Cold War, this area sat directly in the wall's death strip, a barren, abandoned no man's land that no one could set foot in. After the wall fell, one of the largest urban construction projects in the world began right here. The cluster of modern skyscrapers you see today is, quite literally, a monument to optimism built on top of decades of division. Look a little further north, and you'll spot Charlottenburg Palace, Berlin's largest Baroque palace, dating back to the 17th century, nearly destroyed in the war and meticulously restored ever since. And spreading out like a green sea, the Tiergarten, the city's lung, once a royal hunting ground, now a vast park where Berliners come to breathe. Chapter 9. Farewell. The plane descends. The city grows closer, the buildings larger, the old trace of the wall sharpening into focus before fading again. What you see below isn't just a capital anymore. It's a city of memory, where empires once rose, where a regime once set the world on fire, where a wall once split everything in two, and where the city rebuilt itself, quite literally, on top of its own rubble. Berlin may be the only capital that chose to heal by refusing to forget. A monument on every corner, a warning on every street, a trace of hope in every new building. Welcome to Berlin, as seen from 32A.